everybody. Welcome back to Daytime. Personal development expert Angela Dacey is back in the house. Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And whenever you're here, we're talking about color, vibration frequency, what it means, how it affects us. And today we're continuing on that pink path that we started a little earlier in the month. Now, when it comes to breaking up, it's hard to do. Very hard to do. Is pink the color that we should be using to sort of help with the process?
Definitely. You know, we go through a time, obviously, that's going to be really sad and not only just kind of hurtful, but we can get angry.
Yeah.
And if you have anger, pink is actually your color to dissipate the anger. We were just talking a little bit that actually prisons have been known to be painted pink to calm the inmates. So pink is a way of going, let's just take some love around the situation. Everything, you know, good and bad, up and down, has positives to it as much as negatives, but how do we take a look at it from a positive point of view and say, what do we learn from this situation? Instead of just being angry and pointing the finger and blame and all the rest, which seems to happen.
So what are the characteristics that we associate with pink? Because one of them is love, right? And maternal instinct. For Mother's Day, we were talking about pink.
That's right.
So how then does it relate back to taking a look at your relationship?
Okay, because pink is, we talked once about green in March, about being the balance of giving and receiving love. Pink is about self-love. So it's like giving yourself the hug.
Oh, I see.
It's like a little hug from the universe saying everything's okay, everything is divinely set, you are love. And it's all about bringing in self-worth. So there's the difference with pink. So when you're going through a really rough situation or even a tough relationship, we have to take a look at how much do you love yourself within that. Okay, so if you're going through a relationship, for example, that maybe is abusive, maybe not too nice, maybe it's just a matter of there's jealousy, you know, or high expectations, we can take a look at going, okay, if I love myself enough and I honor myself enough, what do I need and want from this relationship? And are my values being recognized? Because if they're not, then we shouldn't be in the relationship.
Ah, it's loving yourself enough to take a look at that.
Completely.
Instead of just brushing it under the carpet and saying everything's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Or blaming the other person, right?
Blaming, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, as you're saying, pink sort of diffuses anger. So if you're going to have a breakup conversation, should you wear pink?
Not a bad thought.
Not a bad thought.
Bring pink flowers? Maybe not.
I loved you and I don't now. Here's some flowers. Go home, have a nice day. That sounds kind of mean, but anyway, you're right.
So do you use pink in your practice, or you know, with your clients when they come to you and they're looking for some self-discovery help? Do you then tell them about the color pink and how it can help them?
Oh, for sure. I mean, depending on the person's issues, I always help them with therapies, including color.
Right.
You know, but if you want to talk about something interesting, my business colors are green and pink from a marketing perspective. Now, remember, I've always mentioned that color can be used to influence. So with green and pink, if anybody's, you know, had my business card in the past, they'll notice all my marketing is green and pink.
You're right.
Mainly because my target market is women, and with women, there's an imbalance of giving and receiving love. So they need to find that, which is the green, and giving back to themselves. And the pink is self-love, and most women are so busy worrying about everybody else but themselves. We need to bring it back, right? So take a look at breast cancer with the pink ribbon, right? It's all about now it's time for me. You know, I've given enough to everybody else. Now it's my time to focus on me. So my colors very much, even from a marketing perspective, represent what I'm trying to portray as a business.
Yeah.
Ah, very smart. I like that. You have that insight onto that, right?
Yeah.
You do. I'm curious because, I mean, clearly color has meaning. We've learned about that all season. Are we subconsciously sort of attracted to colors during different points of our lives? Like for someone who, say, wears pink all the time, is it because they're sort of going through that healing process?
Definitely, and that's a great question. Take a look at some of your friends or family members that have that, and maybe you've seen someone wear pink a lot lately. Chances are they're going through kind of maybe some turmoil, and they need to love themselves. Maybe they need to take some time for themselves. You'll notice that when someone's really attracted to a color for a long period of time, they're usually trying to obtain something in their life. You know, so if they're wearing red all the time, maybe they need the courage and the determination, and they're working on their passion, and they need to take action. But if you have someone who's maybe wearing pink, maybe it's time for them, and it's like, yeah, you know what, you have been wearing pink a lot, and I've noticed that you're taking more time for yourself. You'll see it. It's really incredible. But we're always attracted to what we need. Always.
And that's just, is that something we're born with?
Yeah, because we're just energy.
instinct?
We're
Yeah.
made up of energy, which the aliens are picking up on now.
Oh,
Through the Hubble
Sorry, I decided to
telescope.
put that out there. No, I was
Right
teasing it. Yeah.
here, Elliot.
oh
Sorry, I
gosh.
had to throw that
no
in
more
for fun.
alien talk today.
I just wanted to give you the heebie-jeebies.
I know. Okay, so pink for the month of May. It doesn't mean even though that's our color of the month, we can use pink any time of the year.
Of course.
To give yourself that reminder to love yourself.
Of course. And the neat thing is, too, is I'm just going to throw it because it came into my head.
Yeah.
Take a look if you don't like it, because I find pink is a color that people either love or hate. Like they either think, oh, I
So
can't
true.
stand it, and it could be that they were monopolized by it as a kid and they were in pink rooms with pink dresses and it was so feminine and so overpowering that they can't stand it now. But usually those are the people you'll find that are a bit more tomboyish, usually a little bit more rugged, that maybe don't have those like pretty feminine qualities. Not that
Yeah.
they're not feminine, but
Yeah.
you know
What
what I'm
about
saying.
the guys that like
Oh,
pink?
I know what
The
you
guys,
mean, though.
usually they're more in touch with their emotions and their feminine side. Better style
Jeff
sense
has
too.
worn
There,
pink
Jeff.
before.
I enjoy pink.
Yeah.
Yes,
think
you
it's
looked great
delightful
in my
color.
love shirt. You had a pink tie, I noticed one day.
So that's good. That's a positive.
think it's
We should look
fantastic.
at it as a positive.
Well, you know what? There's no reason why men shouldn't wear pink. It's
And
just
why
the
is
media
pink
tells us.
I mean, when did pink become the girl color and blue became the boy color?
1940s.
In the 40s.
In the 40s, we were marketed to as a place of going, yeah, let's put the pinks to the girls and the blues to the boys. Before that, it was never a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's only been in the last 60, 70 years that we believe pink equals girls and that boys shouldn't wear it. But there's really no reason why they shouldn't.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And going back really quickly to your marketing aspect, I mean, for someone who's opening up a company right now, maybe they should go visit someone like you to sort of understand the
Yeah.
colors that they want to represent their business.
100%. When I teach my course, I mention that all the time. You'll see accountants and lawyers and bankers and insurance people using blue for trust and loyalty and financial security. You know, you're going to see someone who's maybe in the counseling field using the greens for compassion and understanding. You're someone in the graphic design industry using the purples for creativity. So you can always bring in your colors according to what you're doing, including your business aspect.
Interesting.
And the fast food restaurants use red,
Red,
and
orange, yellow. Stimulate the appetite, get in, get out, eat fast.
There's so much behind it. I mean,
Yeah.
where did you
Yeah.
learn all of this information about colors and color therapy?
It started actually, to be honest, I always loved color.
Yeah.
I've always loved color. But in my store that I had now 14 years ago, I opened it. That's where I started learning about alternative health therapies, and color was something I just gravitated to, and I learned as much as I possibly could. So it's been a fascinating tool to use in my life to balance on all levels.
Yeah, that's great. And if you want to use the tool as well or learn how to,
Absolutely.
you can go and check out Angela. Of course, she's a personal development expert, so she can get you on that right track. Go to the website, angeladacey.com. We'll be right back with more on Daytime.